You know, he's been flashing around. You know, all camp long. You know, I think he's been using his speed. I think he's been using his length as well. A lot of those tackles he made the other night in that preseason game was, if it got past Nick, it was out the gate. And so you need guys to erase plays like that, and that's what he's been showing throughout camp.
Just overall, who jumped out to you from Sunday?
You know, I like how the backers play. It was good seeing K9 out there. Kaiser's been running and hitting all training camp. So we got good guys playing behind the ball. Drew's been excellent. So I'm liking how those guys are really flowing at that level, at that second level there. They're erasing a lot of plays for us.
What has it meant to have the Derwin James back and kind of him being the leader out here?
It's been everything for us. You know, to come into a system and already have that guy who's, you know, vocal, who has the respect of the locker room, who guys, you know, would do any and everything for. A lot of things that, you know, we ask for coaches, he's already speaking up and addressing those things early and head on. And that's what you want from a leader. And we know with his talent on the field, we know he's going to erase plays there, but being able to, you know, solve problems and issues even before things arise, or just being able to communicate with us when things do arise, so we're all on the same page. So DJ's been excellent. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Is it unique to see a player like him come off the field and straight go to other players and explain to them what they were doing wrong or how to adjust or stuff like that?
Oh yeah, and like I said before, it's the respect aspect of it too. You know, a lot of times when you come off the field, even as a player, you're hot, you want some water. Sometimes you don't really want to hear a response right away, but they know if DJ's talking, it means something. And he's trying to get everybody in the right spots, and as he's trying to relay the message that the coaches are, you know, trying to tell the players. So, like I said, I think it comes from that respect factor, and they know how hard he practices out here each day and how much he wants to win.
Joey Bosa said that it would be an adjustment for him to maybe put his hand on the ground and then stand up and do all that. How do you feel like he's adjusted so far to that?
I think he's been doing pretty good. You know, even in the off season, he's spending extra time with Coach Rogers and trying to get adjusted. And we know it's going to be a timetable, but we know once the ball snapped, you know, Joey's going to be Joey. You know, so but we'll continue to get tuned in to what we're doing. And like I said, he's been doing everything we asked. So I don't see it being a problem moving forward.
Renaldo, Justin Jones, and Derek Tillery are still pretty young, but they have playing experience. How are they kind of been bringing throughout this
You know, we talked about it this training camp of just trying to treat practices, you know, like the game situations. So trying to put them in as many situations out here, so when they do touch the field, that they'll be ready to roll. And they've been taking every rep, and when we were asked and getting in these periods, you know, we're trying to get them, you know, 6 straight, you know, to really get those guys conditioned, you know, and even after the play, you can see those guys running and trying to get their condition on their own. So I think they know the importance, you know, of the upcoming, you know, opening week on its way, and they're doing everything that they can to get ready.
When those guys in the interior, it seems like they're moving from different techniques. How they kind of handle that around the leader?
You know, I think it all started from this offseason when we were going through our walkthroughs and putting those guys in different scenarios. Sometimes slowing it down and letting it develop that way. I think it really helps, and that's what we did. We tried to put them through the paces this offseason through the walkthroughs, and just go in and out of package so they can't make those adjustments. And we wasn't concerned about those guys making mistakes. We knew mistakes would happen, and now we're seeing the results right now of those guys really going out and execute.
Coach, we've seen Asante get his hands on the football during camp, during practices, and obviously the interception on Sunday. How is he acclimated to this system and just the NFL?
He's taking the coaching, and you know, like I mentioned before, you know, this is a guy who was brought up the right way. You know, he's always looking at the right things. Technique was, you know, really good once he came in, and now he got you know, Coach Ansley, and he's as detailed as they come. You know, and he's soaking it all up in, and it's showing up in the practices and in the games. You know, we knew early on, you know, getting you know, accustomed to this pace of the NFL. We knew that would be challenging, but, you know, with him, it's kind of like once you see it once or twice, you know, he's good after that, you know.
In addition to the coaches, to have someone like Chris Harris and Derwin in that secondary, how instrumental have they been in his progression?
having somebody with experience and that's vocal and keeping a young guy calm, those are all things that I think any player would want, and that's what those guys do. They make him know that he don't have anything to worry about. Just work on his technique. We're here to talk to you. We're here to communicate. We're gonna make sure that you're in the right spots, and I think it brings a little comfort to him and make him relax a little bit out there with those guys.
When you guys signed Ryan Smith this offseason, you were hoping that he'd get some reps on defense and be a factor in that cornerback group.
Yes.
Who do you feel like within out all training camp, who do you feel like has stepped up
Yep.
in his absence?
Faison stepped up. Tavon Campbell stepped up. Zont, getting him on the outside lane. We knew he could play nickel, but getting him out here and getting him no reps on the outside lane really showed that he can compete and can hold up on the outside lanes. But those guys are really stepped up. TC and Face. We really like what we've been getting out of those guys in training camp, and we got to keep pushing those guys. We know it's not at the season point yet, but we got one more preseason game and a few more practices to go. But we're going to keep pushing those guys and putting them through the paces because we need all those guys to step up.
As you go through position groups and you're finalizing the final spots in the roster, inside linebacker, edge rusher, what are those conversations like as a coaching staff? How much is special teams involved in those conversations? Out there with 5 year at various positions.
That's probably the biggest thing we talk about is the special teams element of it, because we know with that first group up, we know kind of who those guys are, but those third and fourth at those positions, they have to be special teams demons, and that's everything that we're going. I think we probably talked to Darius and Mayer more about those situations and who they like and who can help us, and because we know we got to win on the teams first, and the other people that steps in after that, we're just hoping that they can give us some good quality reps until we can get and have a good rotation until we can get the other guys back in. But special teams is everything. We got to win there, before we can win on the defense end.
And then just with Uchenna, you mentioned last time I talked to you that he's a little bit slow coming on early in camp. How have you seen him sort of progress, and what do you think is holding him back early on? Maybe he's over.
Yeah, obviously, I think it was the new scheme, and I think he's, with more and more reps, he's getting a lot more comfortable, and it's showing. I said probably the last week that he was on the come, and he really is now. He's being physical at the point of attack in the run game, and when it comes to pass rush, he's just a natural. So we know he'll create havoc there, but he's really been doing a good job of what Coach Rogers been asking in that crash 9 of really setting the edges and really getting some knockback. And I think he's having a comfort level there, and it's really starting to show that the come is on. Yeah.
Kyler Fackrell, I think Joey mentioned during the broadcast that he was beating this man pretty consistently. I think he had 3 quarterback hits. How did you think he played, and how was he?
He's just consistent. He does the things the right way. Like I mentioned, you watch him in Green Bay. He kills you in the sack game, and then he gets to New York and he can win in the pass game. Obviously, we probably won't ask him to drop that much in coverage, but I think whatever we ask him to do, I think he's going to be able to go out and do it at a high level. So we like what we get in fact, and he's been doing everything we asked.